Yes, I want to make white my normal skin color. Like, fuck you think I am, right?
Alright, you guys ready?
I'm good.
Ow, fuck. My fucker bone.
Is that just gonna stay on repeat?
Just do that the whole episode.
That's the whole show.
Back on that easy peasy grind. Okay.
No, wait, I want to change my words.
Alright, let's get it then.
Back on that easy peasy grind.
Episode 10 of the EZPZ podcast.
You guys been listening to the future at all?
No, see, I have something to say about Apple Music, and I'll bring it up.
But you had like a song with Drake.
Yeah, and
Have you
Drake
listened to
sounds a lot
DS2?
different.
Yeah.
Have you listened to
Yeah.
DS2 at all?
Oh,
That's what I was talking about,
Dirty's
yeah.
right too.
See, I tried downloading it, and that's what fucked up my phone.
No, for real?
Alright, let's do this.
Alright.
Tell me
see
when.
that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the EZPZ podcast. We are back. It's been 4 full weeks to the day. It's the 203rd day of the year, and we are here back with you. This is I guess I'm Sean Johnson with my co-host. Sorry, guys, we're a little bit rusty.
Yeah,
Co-host.
it's 9 p.m. right now on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Not
getting
normal
turned
hours.
up on a Wednesday. No, okay. With me this week, standing at 5'10", 110 pounds,
5'11". 145. Go fuck yourself.
my co-host Dan.
What up, what up?
And that thick, muscly man that's over on the other side of the table from me in the studio is my other co-host, Nick. What up?
Yo, the boys are back in town.
Yes, we are.
Excited.
So hopefully we are going to kind of do a small recap here real quick of why we've been gone for the last 4 weeks, but we're not going to talk about Electric Forest. We have a special edition episode 1 of the EZPZ podcast that Nick and I recorded of the first 2 days. Just a recap of the first 2 days of Electric Forest. It's a lot of fun, so check that out. It's on the website. So let's dive right in. 80-35. What the heck, guys?
Well, Nick wasn't there.
Yeah, but Nick, we'll let you talk later about your vacation.
I'll soak in all the
Alright,
stories.
what do you think of it?
So Friday was fun as hell, but Saturday's when the magic happened. At least for me. I got off work at like 4:35 p.m. on Friday. Went home, got ready, and got there. And I was like so pissed. I was gonna miss Rome Fortune because he was playing at 5 p.m. Like right when the gates opened.
Yeah.
And there's a huge line. Which actually the line to get in was really quick.
It actually was. It was wrapped around like a block, basically. It was in the same street, but it basically wrapped around the street. And yeah, it only took me like 10 minutes.
It felt like I was 200 people back, and I got in within 10 minutes.
Easily.
Yeah.
Same here. So props to the people working there. Volunteering, I guess. Isn't it volunteer based?
Yeah.
So many volunteers. But
But they
awesome.
do get free tickets if they do that, or at least for a ticket for the day.
For the day, yeah. They work like 2-hour shifts or something. Who knows?
Like 4 hours.
I'm not even gonna act like I know. Okay, so what was
Fortune.
Yeah, another thing that was really cool is he was gonna play at 5. We get a notification on the 8035 app, so on my phone that says, "Oh, he gets moved to 9:30." Yes.
Damn.
Because no offense to Wilco, it's just I've never really gotten into them. They were the headliner on Friday night.
They did just drop an album this week.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yes, I listened to it for a second, and it just adds the reasons why I didn't go see.
Oh, exactly.
It
Opposite.
was okay, but like nothing I would actually go see.
Yeah. No, I think they're perfectly fine. I love the episode of Parks and Rec where they play at the music festival that they bring up in Parks and Rec, which I mean, I'm not going to spoil as to why that happened or whatever, but they're just a folky rock band. Yeah, they were fun. But let's get into what we actually saw. So,
Rome Fortune. What do you think?
No, let's talk from the get-go, from the start, from the top of the day.
We were talking about Rome Fortune for a second.
Yeah, we'll get back in him because he was like our last artist that we saw on Friday. So, St. Lucia, very fun. I really wish I would have gone to the after party at Woolies where they guest DJ'd. And
I did go.
Okay.
I did go. I mean, I went, I would say, from 12:30 to bar close. So I don't know when it started, probably about 10.
Did they play all the way until 2?
While I was there.
Oh, wow.
And I was very intoxicated during this event.
Oh, yeah.
So it could have ended at 1:30, could have ended at 1:45, but they were playing up until when they kicked everyone out. And you know what? They had a good set.
Was it fun?
It was fun. I wouldn't say it was mind-blowing, but it was just fun, happy music. Everyone was having a good time.
Yeah. Then Jenny Lewis after St. Lucia. I like her voice, I like her music, and I loved her in The Wizard. She was like my elementary crush. For the kids that playing at home, she was in The Wizard with Fred Savage, playing the Super Mario Super Mario 3. You not remember that movie? You guys remember that movie at all?
No,
I bring this freaking movie up at every episode almost, but you have to cut it out because you idiots don't know.
Can't say I've ever heard of this.
We'll have to have a movie night and watch it. But anyway, so what do you think about Jenny Lewis? Did you watch any of her?
Yeah, remember that's when I met up with you guys.
Okay.
Because I was there a little bit after you guys. I forget what was going on. But yeah, I caught like half of her set, and
It was fun.
It was fun.
So like the main thing with 8035 is like it's artists I don't go out of my way to actually personally listen to, but it's lots of fun to just go and watch those artists live. They do a really good job picking great like live acts. What do you think?
They do. I would say they have a long way to go, but I do feel like we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
I would say for in Iowa, I don't know what you'd consider this, a festival or whatever. I say we're doing all right. Like there's some big ass. There's some big ass.
There's
There is
a lot of
some
big ass
up in that
Iowa.
bitch.
There were some nice asses there. I'm not even gonna lie. Des Moines got pretty
You were
ladies.
scoping it out. No, there's some big
Des Moines
acts.
has some pretty ladies.
So
There's some big acts. Weezer is like huge, and
Yeah.
what I wanted to go. I don't know if it was last year or the year before when Wu-Tang came. Like holy
Wu-Tang
fuck,
was
like,
2013.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like I know they've been here before, and I know they've been all over, but I've never actually seen them live. So I wanted
Because
to
yeah,
see that.
last year was Cake, and then the year
Okay.
before that was
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
and
2015.
Wu-Tang shut shit down.
Yeah,
Really?
burned the city down, which another artist actually burned Des Moines down, and we'll get back to that. But real quick, let's finish out Friday with the main like crazy thing that happened of the night. Well, it was crazy the next day on Saturday. Talib Kweli freaking lighting the free stage on fire. It was so packed.
It was so packed.
It was the most packed that I think I saw one of the directors of the whole entire festival tweet, or like on the website he said that
Yeah, I
was
read something too.
the most packed that he's ever seen a free stage. Well,
Yes.
duh.
Yeah,
Like
that's insane.
he remixed Kendrick, Kanye. He was just throwing in tons of, like his DJ, I should say, but he rapped over it. It was really good. Lots of fun.
I was gonna say. I mean, what was all the drama with him getting cut off
Yeah,
early?
yeah. So
You gotta
I'm
find-
not on the Twitter sphere, but
Your stealth mode Dan over here.
but he did have a rant on Twitter about apparently they cut him off early in the middle of a song.
Yeah.
When they said basically something like they had 5 minutes, cut him off after 2,
Right.
something like that. But I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention towards the end of the set. I think I left a little early, so I didn't actually see what went down.
Okay, so I read up on it, and basically what happened was they say, hey, you have 2 minutes left, but since you're bopping and going crazy, and like almost everyone was there, like
Really?
they said, yo, we'll give you 5 to 7 minutes, so 5 extra minutes. And he got to that point, and they said, hey, you know, we got to cut you off because guess what? The headliner of the night, Wilco, is about to go on stage, and like I would say half of the crowd was there, like maybe not half, okay, that's exaggerating, but there was thousands. I
I wouldn't say thousands. I would say
They were
close
past
to
the
1,000.
barricades to
It
the
was
back.
it was close to 1,000. I would say.
But they were close. They were past the barricade in the back, and they were all the way past like 3 tents down around wrapping the corner. But
Yeah.
long story short, he gets pissed off because they did. It was kind of disrespectful to him
Right.
that they cut his mic off completely. He just went a cappella straight up. Like we weren't there for the end of his set, but that's what that happened online.
Yeah.
And he was trashing the hell out of 8035, but
Yeah.
he was talking about how awesome Des Moines was overall. So,
Right.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
Exactly.
which is how I feel. I mean, no, not about 8035, but yeah, Des Moines is awesome. So let's close it out. Rome Fortune. That was unreal.
He threw down, and honestly,
Oh my God.
there was, since I think the scheduled change wasn't made clear to anyone who didn't have the 8035 app, which I feel like was a lot of people. They didn't even know he was
That was
playing.
so weird. Yeah,
so there was really no one. I
Right.
felt like besides maybe 100 people that were there for him, and it just ended up being like a runoff after the headliner Wilco. Was that Wilco?
It was right before. It was during Wilco.
Okay.
He went out at 9:15 or 9:30, and Wilco started at 9. So
Okay, so yeah, I felt like there was more runoff from the main stage of people just kind of leaving and just checking him out than there were real fans, which bummed me out, to be
Right.
honest. But
Yeah.
I was there. I
I'm
saw
glad
it.
the time.
It was awesome.
Right. I'm glad it got changed because we got to see him. He killed it. So let's dive into Saturday. Saturday was. It was, honestly, this was my first 8035.
Really?
First one ever, even
Really?
including free stage. Well, see, I wanted to go to Death Cab for Cutie in 2011 or 2012. That's about it. And then 2013 Wu-Tang. I had to work that whole day at Come and Go, so I didn't get to go. But I met up with everyone afterward,
Yeah.
and that wasn't a free stage, obviously, so I didn't go. And then last year, Cake and Connor Oberst, with no offense to them, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, my first year, and it was awesome. I got to see a little bit of Canby, which is a local Des Moines act, with Scott Yoshimura from the Envy Corps as the lead singer. He sounded really good. I was super impressed. Solid band, very clean. Like, clean. It was like they were produced album-wise, you know?
Nice.
And then Jon Wayne and the Pain, our friend Mary was in town. She was really excited to see them. We actually saw them at 515 Alive last year. If you guys know.
And on Saturday, didn't they have an after show at Woolies? That's what I heard.
Jon Wayne and the Pain did after show.
Yes.
They were not clear when they announced it during their set a few times. Like, they were figuring it out. They weren't clear if it was free or not, and we never got word. And we already had like after plans.
I heard it was like $15-$20.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Which
lot.
is like a ticket for any show.
Yeah.
Right. That's weird.
So let's get into. Oh, I was very happy to see Cloud Nothings. They were one of my favorite sets of the entire day. Our entire festival.
See, I missed them.
You did.
Yes, I was resting up, but...
And then Lettuce was very fun. So, let's get into Run the Jewels.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Me and my boy Mitch just pierced through the crowd, got up pretty far. Everyone followed, including you, Danny B. And holy shit, they had like the best set list ever. They played all the songs I wanted to hear. They played Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck, which I was like super nervous about them not playing, because on the setlist.fm, for all you kids playing at home, you can go to setlist.fm, search an artist, and it will tell you like a bunch of set lists. And which what I used to make my playlist, and that song was not on there. That's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs of last year. So, what do you think about Run the Jewels?
They killed it. Probably best set based on my preferences for the weekend. Easily.
Yeah.
I would say, Broken Fortune was comparable, but honestly, he just had like a 30-minute set, and there really weren't many people, and he was at a really small stage.
Right.
Whereas Run the Jewels just killed it.
Right.
Hell yeah.
With Run the Jewels, they actually brought a fan up. This was in like a lot of this got a lot of coverage. Like you saw like I think it was on the news and shit about how they brought that fan up. You remember how they brought that fan up with the Run the Jewels shirt?
Yeah,
that kid. He was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
He was like freaking out. He was like, what? Anyway, that was a really cool moment. They just straight up had a lot of synergy on stage with each other. Killer Mike and LP, you could tell they've been doing this for a long time. They are veterans in the rap game
for a while. Yeah,
right.
They really are.
So good for them. That was great. I actually really want to see them in October when they go on tour again in Minnesota or something. But Weezer, what do you think about Weezer? The closeout of the entire festival.
I'm not a big fan of them as a band, but I do enjoy about 3 or 4 of the songs, and I did get to hear them live.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how many Weezer songs I knew until I stood there and was like listening and getting into it. Once again, me and my homeboy, shout out to Mitch, we pierced through the crowd again, got up pretty close. Like a bunch of like 14-year-old girls and like girls and boys, teenagers were up super close, and like when we got to them, they started yelling at us, and then all of a sudden, like it was like a light switch. They just started being cool to us because we were just like, fuck it, it's a rock show.
Too, yeah.
Is this your first time going?
It was funny after what's that song that's playing on the radio? Is it the Pork and Beans or? Whatever.
Pork and Beans is an old song.
Okay, whatever that new song is that's been playing on the radio. See, I don't know much about Weezer, but after that song played, it was hilarious because just like a 1-2 step, they start leaving. They all those like 8 or 9 14-year-olds just left. They're like, well, we heard the one song on the radio we've known. I'm like, but what about Sledder's song? Or what about all this?
Yeah.
So,
no, I was gonna say I've said this before about bands, and I'll say it again. Like with those, like a lot of certain genres and like that genre, especially with like weird like punk stuff, I feel like the age group for their fans kind of always stays the same. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like I'll get out of a band and then I'll look back and like go to a show or something, and it's all people that are still like that age.
Definitely can come back to that with the Letlive show I went to the week after. But let's cap out 8035. Overall, I am very impressed. I thought the security was great. Like, there was no time where I saw them like completely screwing with somebody or like being overbearing as a security guard, or because they're all volunteers. They just want to like have everything go smoothly, no one get hurt, nothing stupid happen. The porta potties, pretty good rating. Shayna reviews the porta potty. She would have approved. Overall, what do you think about the fest? Like,
overall, not my favorite year. I've gone every year except for the first year.
Damn.
So I've gone to basically all of them.
That's legit.
And
I was super surprised at how much free content essentially there was.
Really?
Yeah. Everything was free but the main stage. Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. They had 2 stages. Actually, 3 if you count the acoustic stage.
They make all their money off alcohol.
Yeah,
Fucking $5 a beer.
Vendors pay a chunk of change to be there, but I was happy and impressed. I love the art aspect about it. There's a lot of people with really solid, fun art.
Nice.
Speaking of art, did either of you guys go to the art fest?
No,
I didn't.
Because I go every year for probably the past 5 years.
I tried
and
it.
this year was. I mean, have you gone to the art fest before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's fun.
Imagine the art fest how it normally is, but with basically like the main stage from 8035 in the middle, and just a little bit smaller. And they actually booked acts for the art fest, so it was like this weird mix of art and music. And I think Matt Kearney played. And
What?
My
He's
sister,
a huge act.
Yeah, my sister actually did photography for it, and she was
Shout out to Estery.
Yeah, she's my sister. She kills it.
Estery Photography.
And yeah, no, it was. I thought it was a great direction for the art fest.
Yeah.
I already had no complaints about the art fest because you just drink, walk around. The same artists
Look
are
at
always
some
there,
really
and
cool
then there's
art.
going to be some newer artists too.
There's
Right.
a lot of good artists in Des Moines. Like,
yeah.
bottom line, I know the names of a few. I mean, just one of my favorite, Chris Vance,
Yes.
freaking boss artist.
Yes. But-
Soon to be Nick Gandy. I heard that guy does art. Nick, you went to Denver.
Okay.
So this is why you weren't at 8035.
Yeah. I was at a friend of ours' wedding. Congrats again to Katie and Jesse. We stayed at a place in Fraser, Colorado, which is like 40 minutes away from like Rocky Mountain National Park, to give you kind of a area.
Which direction was?
Dude, I suck at directions. I don't know.
But you stayed in like this awesome cabin.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
everyone, she paid for all. Like the wedding included all that. Or?
Well, no, we all chipped in for it, kind
Okay.
of. So it was like super cheap though. It was like $80 for 4 nights.
Each?
Yeah. And
Okay.
we had our own room. We had
Wow.
our own bathroom. We had a king size bed.
Wow.
And just up in the mountains, like chill as fuck. This place was like 3 stories. And this dude was really cool. Like, I'll have to link the place where she found this, because I guess she has found a lot of cool stuff there before. But he was basically like a fully furnished house with everything. He had groceries there. He had bathroom shit there, like everything.
Wow.
And he just works off of like a trust type of thing. And he just has a sign up like, if you use something, replace it. And like,
That's
really,
like the most chill stoner like
my God.
ass business like way to run a business.
dude, it was fucking legit though.
Cool.
Yeah. A lot of
So
fun.
yeah, you also missed the Good Old War show at Woolies and the Letlive show at Vaudeville because you were out of town in Denver. So real quick, I have a few things to say. I'm gonna go on my little solo rant here to you Des Moinans, and actually
Buckle
whoever.
in, guys.
God. So, first of all, there was less than 100 people at Good Old War. They just released one of my favorite albums of the year, Broken Into Shape. Like, what in the heck is going on with you freaking people? And then on top of that, I went alone, by the way, because none of my friends, I'm also talking
Because
about
Sean doesn't have any friends.
God. And then also I went to Let Live essentially alone. I did meet up with Justin Rung out there, but there was like a less than 150 kids probably there. Let Live has Jason Alon Butler, for all of you that don't know, as their lead vocalist, and he is a monster on stage. He's like, I don't know how he does it. He's nearing 30, and he's running around. He jumps on speakers, jumps off speakers, jumps into people's faces. Just absolutely unreal. But anyway, I was not happy with how low, like, the...
Turnout was?
Yeah, for both shows.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta support local music. Go to at least one concert a month. If you're listening to this, you probably love music just like us. Go to a show, support local acts, support these touring bands, because they probably get next to nothing when that kind of thing happens. So
Right.
it was they were both pretty good shows, but Good Old War killed it. I was super happy. I actually said screw it, I'm gonna go alone. Boom.
How was Let Live then? Because they played at Vaudeville, correct?
Yeah. Like I said, he jumped on top of the speaker, looked around on the ceiling for anything he could jump up to, and he couldn't.
That's the perfect venue for doing crazy stuff.
Yeah,
So
dude,
when they
I've seen
came
some
in,
crazy ass shit go down there.
oh yeah.
Like when the Chariot played there. Did you see the Chariot play there?
So when they came in
Who?
fall, Let Live. When they came in fall 2013, Jason Alon opened for Every Time I Die, and it was awesome. Well, my favorite band of most of you know. But he did jump on the speaker, but there was enough people where if you've ever been to Vaudeville, there's like a second, there's like a balcony about 20 feet out from the stage to a second floor. He like literally walked on people, like the crowd, climbed that balcony, got on top there, started screaming up there, slid down the railing. Like, yes, this guy is a monster live. This is the point. This is why I'm kind of like annoyed, because all I saw there, no homies, like all you Des Moines hardcore collective like people, like where the hell were you? Like bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, I will give you that, but they were here, just a couple years ago, and I feel like a lot of people, me included, for a while there was like, once I see a band, check it off the list. I don't really need to see them again. I'm gonna pay for other shit. But that band is also kind of like technically like a more mainstream act compared to that like group of people that are into the hardcore scene, which I was included. I've kind of fell off lately, but yeah, it is sort of a different genre than
I can count on my hand I can count 5 people right now that should have been there that weren't there. This is a Thursday night. It was a curfew show because it was all ages at Vaudeville, so it was over at 8:50. They went on at 7:30, 7:45. I mean, come on. Gosh.
I was going to go, but I was scheduled to work because I forgot to ask it off.
You're not even really into Letlive, are you?
No, but I've heard they're amazing live.
Yeah.
Which is all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters. I go for the
show.
experience most of the time with shows.
Yeah.
And then I'll go for the music sometimes. And Letlive would definitely be an experience. And you know what? I'd probably be into them after I see them and have that experience. So I did want to go, but didn't make it out.
So to close out this segment, you are about to hear a Letlive song that I'm gonna make Dan put in. And if you're turn down your phones, turn down your computer speakers, because it's gonna blow your brains out.
You said it was a blood bitch on leg with 18s of men. I know everything, data. Yes, I bear your name. Yes, I wear that crown. Every last that thing I know. Well, this myself, I'm a degree. So here in the sun, there's only 15 minutes of fun. Yet I will stare at the eclipse and still believe it so well.
Okay, so we've got some special alert intel for you people out here in Des Moines. To all of our homies, we're not going to give out names of where we got this intel. But Dan, you have some fun
I have
stuff.
inside sources that are telling me
Inside
things.
sources? What's a stork? Inside storks? Are you getting married? Are you
It's like the big asses. Inside storks. We got all sorts of things. This is what happens when we record at 9:30.
I've never seen Nick Gandy yawn this much, ever.
I haven't yawned once, bro.
You've yawned like 80 times. Look how bloodshot his eyes are. He looks like he's stoned.
It's like my eyes all the time. You know how many people think I'm high all the time?
Yeah.
Because my eyes just get red.
Alright, let's stop going down this lemon hole. Let's get back to it. Okay, so, some new intel for Des Moines.
Yeah. So the Komodo, everyone's favorite bar
So
in
let's give a
downtown
brief
Des Moines.
Brief description of Komodo. Because
Well,
I've
I'm
never
getting
been
there.
there. I've never been there.
Komodo, everybody's favorite downtown bar in Des Moines. No, just kidding. Everybody fucking hates that bar.
But why?
Because it's one of the trashiest bars
Okay.
in downtown. There's lots of black people. No.
It's off 3rd Street, right to, I would say, a little bit north. Just a tad bit, like next door to Mickey's, right?
It's like
Yeah, it's just north. It's half a block north of Court on 3rd. So they moved in between basically East Village and downtown a couple months ago.
Okay.
It's right just north of the police station. Probably for good measure.
Weird.
Smart move.
I was just at Woolies and I think I parked by it then. I do remember
that place has changed owners and clubs so many times.
Is that big?
They got big neon letters.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's already trashy looking, so it's a perfect spot for the Komodo. But basically, there's a space that's opened up that the Komodo used to be at. They've been working on it, and I was talking to somebody, and it turns out that they changed owners. Originally, I thought maybe it would be the same owners. I wasn't really sure. And they've been working on it like all day, all night. Like, I'll go out at like 1 or 2 a.m. and they'll be still working on it. So they're just putting in tons of work. Anywho, the bar, it's going to be called Downtown.
Wow.
which
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of.
Like I was waiting in anticipation because right before this segment, to all of our listeners playing at home, you were like pimping out. You're like, I'm gonna drop it right in the middle of the
It's
show.
gonna be called Dixon Moore.
Yeah, we were talking about how
There's a
it's
dick
gonna
joke in the
be
episode.
dick butts. Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of clever though, because everybody's like, you want to go downtown? But downtown's an actual bar.
And it's going to be a conversation starter because
Yeah.
it'll be like the bar or
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a smart move, I feel like, maybe.
I need a really solid logo and I need it to be clean as heck for me to like actually like appreciate it because that name didn't really do anything for me.
Right, but then, and
So-
I guess there's going to be 2 stories to it, and they're adding
Ooh,
like a
okay.
second story. I'm pretty
Kind
sure.
of like how Voodoo Lounge and the stuffed olive are right
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yes. And it's going to be, I don't know what's downstairs, well, first level, I would say. Upstairs is going to be like country and rock and roll, which I'm not too much of a fan of, but it might be kind of chill. And then they won't really have food, but they'll have like happy hour appetizers.
Nice.
And obviously they'll have alcohol. And the soft opening, from what I've heard, is going on during the fair. I'm not sure if it's like one day during the fair, the first day of the fair, or if it's going to be have a soft opening for like a week during the fair. And then I'm not sure when it's actually going to open, but keep your eyes peeled because that's only like 3 weeks out.
The
4
fair
weeks
is
out.
August 13th through August 23rd. I know this because it happens always in between my
Yes.
birthday and my dad's birthday, which is
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited because the only time I've ever been to Komodo, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Kimono or Komodo? Is
Like
it
Komodo.
like a
Like
Japanese
Komodo, like-
dress or is it
No, like Komodo dragon. They have the little dragon.
Oh yeah, it had that stupid ugly paper mache looking dragon.
I am excited for this bar though because it sounds like it's not going to be terrible. I will say that Carbon, the new bar that opened up when Beer Can moved upstairs to the 3rd floor of that building,
See, I
Carbon
heard-
is garbage,
Okay.
and it's got a lot of runoff from the people who would normally go to the Komodo, who are honestly just trashy and hostile 90%
So
of the time,
that's the
especially
thing.
when alcohol is involved.
That's the thing. So
Not my bar.
we loved the Standard before the Standard got sold and bought out. That was one of our favorite bars to go to. They had a chill place you could sit. They had a dance floor that wasn't super big, and you could always just have a good time. Then they changed it to Voodoo Lounge.
Which is the upstairs.
Yeah, right. Upstairs.
It's basically 2 different bars and
Right.
like totally different vibes. Because upstairs they'll have a DJ playing, and it's like a bar.
Well,
or
okay,
a
so
lounge.
this is the building next to the Komodo. I'm getting into why I'm discussing the building next to Komodo. Is I've never been to Komodo except to go get a friend's friend with him, and they had a $5 entrance. We walked in, and I
Really?
swear
Was it the weekend though?
it was Friday or Saturday. I don't go out during the week, but yeah, $5 fee to get in or whatever, and then. I swear, as soon as we left, there was a fight instantly.
Yeah.
Like outside were people
all the
smoking.
time.
There's always people yelling, kicking, screaming. It seems like
Trashiest people go to the
I always
Komodo.
got a bad vibe, even just walking by it. Like,
Yeah. But okay, so anyway,
Basically, the Komodo is poop.
so
Sorry, guys.
new bar downtown, literally called downtown. It's gonna be downtown.
Yeah, and
Uh,
honestly, you can't find any of this online. So all you listeners, this is like breaking news.
getting some exclusive shit.
Yeah, right here, right now.
So you were talking about Carbon, about how crappy it is and stuff, but they are getting a ton of publicity.
Why?
Oh, in the Juice and in City View, whenever they like do like, oh, who was out?
Oh,
this
who's
last
out? I
weekend?
have seen the Carbon.
Tons of Carbon, like almost half the pictures I saw were like the Standard, like the usuals, the Standard, Carbon,
Mickey's.
sometimes Voodoo Lounge. There's always one or two, lots of Mickey's too,
Lots of Mickey's.
but lots of Carbon. But what in this last week, I think it was in Juice. I don't know, Juice or City View, one of the subsidiaries of Des Moines Register. They had a whole expose on barbers in Des Moines. So let's dive right into that because they did not have my homeboy and your homeboy's barber shop, Universal Cuts, which is right off University and 47th-ish.
It's right just east of Waveland Golf Course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
get
Just west of Waveland Cafe.
Down the street from Roosevelt. I mean, it's just right there, like in the heart of Des Moines. Yeah, they didn't have our homies Universal Cuts in this expose. They had Franklin Barber and a couple other ones, but what the heck?
Honestly,
Kids.
though, Ian and Jordan are both so talented. And honestly, if I book a haircut with Ian, even I know he doesn't get his books. As
So
much
who's
as
your
Jordan.
barber?
My barber is Ian.
My barber is Jordan Peterson. We will have them in the show notes. But basically, all you kids out there that don't have a man bun like Nick or some beautiful long locks,
You
you
wanna
need
get-
to be going to and getting your head shaved. You need to go get those ears raised or lowered, however they call it. Get that fade on. Gotta look good. Come on.
get
So,
Honestly, back to what we were saying though, I honestly feel like Ian and Jordan do such a good job and they have so many loyal customers that yes, it would be nice to have them in juice during that article, but they're already killing it.
Yeah.
They don't really need it. I'll be honest. They don't. Because every time I have to book a haircut with Ian, if I want to get a specific time, it's gotta be like 2-3 days out if it's the weekend.
if it's Jordan, it has to be literally 2-3 weeks out. I book.
Yeah.
He does it. Has it set up on his on the app on his website, or whatever, where you can book up to 60 days.
Genbook,
yeah,
isn't it?
Up to 60 days. So I just booked 3 haircuts in a row. Boom. Anyway,
I was gonna say, just with his, like, he's pretty well known. Like, if you're into our, like, scene, everybody knows Jordan, basically. So I feel like he already has, like, a huge following, and that's awesome. But, like you guys are both saying, they're both, like, kind of newbies in the scene a little bit. Like, they've only been cutting for a year or two. So maybe they were just going for more vets in this one, and, you know, soon enough he'll get his publicity.
yeah, for sure.
Agreed. I do have a funny story. So I was helping my sister move. This would have been about 3 weeks ago, I guess, because it was right after I got cut. And she lived over on Grand. She's moving over by Valley Junction.
She used to live across the street from my old apartment.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's where she used to live. It was like 3,000 grand, I think.
Yeah.
A big old building. Basically, I get upstairs. We're about to help some people. She had friends over to help, and I was going to be one of them. And she introduces me to like the friends that I don't know. And the guy looks at me, and he like is about to say something, and he's like, no, like never mind. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, oh, just give me just a second. So, it turns out Ian did take a picture of my cut because it looked fresh as fuck.
Yeah,
I felt
Instagram.
like best cut I've gotten from Ian by far. The day I got the haircut, side note, I went out just all day, all night because I felt like such a baller. I honestly did. It was such a great cut. It just was.
Nice guy Ian.
So-
he posted on Instagram.
So, I don't have Instagram, obviously.
Right.
I don't even have internet.
Stealth mode Dan.
Yeah, so stealthy. But I guess he posted it on his Instagram the day that I helped Liz move, which was like a day or two after I got cut. And this guy recognized me from that Instagram post. I think because I have my tattoos. I have tattoos behind my ears, and that's what he said.
Dude,
but at the
now
same time,
you're not
I was
so
like,
stealthy.
it's a small world. It's a small world. It really
Yeah,
is.
that's
But
crazy.
shout out to Ian. Give me a fresh cut.
Yeah, for sure.
Let the sun from my eyes, let it burn my back, let it sear through my thighs, up your wide, wide open. Let the sun burn my eyes, let it burn my back. At the beach in my dreams, but you're never gonna stop me. You're never gonna stop me. You're never gonna stop me. You're never gonna stop. King of the beach. King of the beach.
So Nick, you said you are using Apple Music. How is it comparing versus Spotify? Where are you using more? What's going on?
Yeah, since it came out, I haven't actually used Spotify at all. I mean, I listen to a few playlists, and I have like a gym playlist that I made on Spotify that I always go back to. But for the most part, I really enjoy it. There's all of the same features, basically. I like how you can merge your music with the stuff that you already have, which is really cool to me.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite features, and probably the reason why I would switch, and I'm thinking I probably will switch from Spotify. So, I mean,
Damn.
yeah, what about
The
you guys?
reason
Have you guys
why-
tried it at all?
Yeah, so I just unlocked, like, I don't know how to, like, I just activated it, I guess, because you activate it on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I probably, like, I really like it is the first 3 months are free.
Right.
Boom, right there. I get 90 full days, like, to figure this out because I'm not, like, loving it at this moment, but I do like the ability to just hop on and download, like, the weekend's like new track or whatever, or like whoever. Like
Right.
I've actually gotten like $20 worth of music already out of it. Like I did Good Old War's new album. I did their last album, which I never actually picked up, that came out in 2013. So like I've already gotten 2 albums and a bunch of singles. Boom. So
Right.
So we all know how Spotify works.
Yeah.
Both of you guys have used Apple Music now. I'm still in the dark. Tell me how
I'm in the
it
dark for everything
functions.
except
Tell me
for-
how it functions.
Okay.
yeah, you're better than me because like he's in the dark for all of it.
Is it basically like Spotify except there's an Apple logo on it?
Basically, yes. The layout's a little bit different, which I don't exactly like the layout right now, but that's just because I'm not used to it probably. Like, I feel like Spotify's layout was a lot more user-friendly. But, I mean, basically, think about, you've gone to iTunes to, like, download an album or something. Anything that you can find on iTunes, you can just play and have.
Anything. Music videos included, which is kind of cool because I've always loved music videos.
And
See, this might... I'm not going to trash Spotify, but I feel like this is good competition.
I mean, and it's, basically the same thing, because Spotify does the same thing, but you have to have a separate app, separate login, blah, blah, blah. So the cool thing about Apple Music is any of the shit you already have on your phone, like that you've paid for, that you've downloaded onto your phone, you can find this new artist or new album on Apple Music and then download that, and it'll go into your music as if you purchased it, which is really cool. So it's just with your library, which is really awesome.
It's with your library when you hit make available offline. Otherwise, it's in the cloud, and then you can only play it. Well, you can play it, but use it your data or Wi-Fi. So that's annoying.
So I have a question then. I'm not sure if you'll have the answer to it, but let's say, I download in quotation marks all this music from iTunes, not iTunes, Apple Music.
Yeah.
And let's say I stop paying for Apple Music. Does that music just disappear from my library then?
You can't access it.
You just can't access it. Will it save it if I don't pay for a month and then go back and pay?
Because that actually just happened with me. Not that I didn't pay, I had to restore my iPhone. I restored my iPhone today, and then that's one of my like kind of rants right now. Is like it was annoying. I had to redo everything, and like it didn't have a good enough backup. Anyway, I get back on here and I had to re-merge libraries is what it's called. So you re-merge your iCloud library, which is Apple Music library, and your normal like library of all the music you own. So I did that. It was a long process, but it works clean. It was pretty clean. Idea. Yeah.
You kind of made me think about this as this was happening. A question for just anybody out there too, I guess. I wonder if, because the Apple Music stuff would go into your library, if people can then like use that music and download it onto their computer or something else.
I don't
or if
think
that's
so.
not accessible.
See, like, where does that music get stored if you can play it offline?
In the iCloud, and then see, this is like it's kind of confusing right now because we're all like just learning.
Newbies,
I didn't even know about this. I honestly haven't even used it. So.
Okay, so basically what happens is when you are on your iPhone and you want to add songs, because I don't think you can on your desktop. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think you can because I've been messing with it all day trying to add all the music before I merged my two accounts. Anyway, so you can add music in. It adds it to your like Apple Music iCloud, okay?
Right.
Which is you have 25,000 songs if you have a membership that you can add into that iCloud, or as a part of your phone. Yeah. The song's already on your phone, but basically you have to hit these three dots. Then you have to hit.
You gotta play a song.
Sorry.
And we're live.
No, you have to hit the three dots and say make available offline. Then it's like downloaded to your phone, but then when you sync it to your computer, it's still only in the cloud.
Right.
It's
So
kind
what
of weird.
happens if you have it where you're able to play it offline, but you have no internet connection, either on your phone or your laptop? Is it still playable? Because if it's still playable, I would think that it's actually downloaded somewhere on your computer.
No, that's what it is when you say make available offline. That is when it actually does download to your device. Yep. So it's just like Spotify. Spotify has this feature too.
Yeah.
So how can
if you don't have a connection, it's not downloaded, then you can't play it. You can't stream it.
How can you not just download every track you've ever wanted through this, make it available offline? Apparently, it goes onto your computer, and you just move it all to external
because
drive.
once
That's
you turn
what my
off,
question was.
No, once you turn off Apple Music, that disappears. It just disappeared off my computer. Because
What if I move it to an external drive that's not plugged up to any internet anywhere, and it's in a dark cave in the middle of nowhere with the sign that says "Do not plug into any computer"?
I don't think that's how it works.
Is it still?
Yeah. It's like digital rights media.
It's like when a tree falls, nobody there. It's the same thing. If you got this Apple Music shit
I mean,
on
we'll
an
have
external drive in the middle of nowhere, and you stop paying.
If anybody out there knows, let us know.
Yeah, write into the EZPZ podcast at gmail.com.
No, but
Send us your letters.
That was my same question. So it was like, what's stopping people from just taking all the music ever, putting it on some sort of drive, and then
Yeah.
say,
I don't
okay.
think you can take it off iTunes. Like, it's
Yeah.
on iTunes only.
Right,
You
yeah.
can't just drag it onto your desktop.
Yeah, that would be great.
See, like, it downloads only to your phone at this moment, and you can't leave your phone. You can't export music off your phone. So
Right.
that's how it is. That's why it's like just like Spotify. You can't leave. It can't leave the app. The music can't leave the app, but it downloads to the app. Does it
right.
not?
Yeah, I mean, there's a desktop app too, but I've never fucked with
But it can't leave the desktop app. You can't just
Yeah.
drag it onto your desktop and like all of a sudden.
Right.
So
This is 2015. Why can't we do this yet?
yeah, well,
someone
either
might
way,
be able to
it's
figure it
$10 a month, and it's so far like so good. Like, it's okay. Like, I don't like this For You tab at the bottom. It's never right. Like, right now it has A Day to Remember, The Chariot, Humphreys McGee. It's like all music that like I already own. Like, I don't know why
Right.
it's on there. Then they have the radio. So the radio, Beats One Radio, is so much fun.
Oh, dude, Beats One is so sick.
I've heard
I
good
love it.
things about this.
So
explain
on-
to me what Beats One Radio is.
From like 9, or wait, I don't know what time, I guess. Oh yeah, 9 to 11 p.m. on Saturday night, just last weekend, they had Selection. On
Yes, I did
DJ.
see that. Yes.
So Selection,
So how does that work? How does this?
it's streaming. Automatic. You have to have a Wi-Fi connection.
Okay, how does it work though?
You
What's
just
the-
open the app up, you go to the radio tab in the middle, and then you hit listen now. Boom. And you're
So-
listening.
And it's straight up
do you
live, like
do
as
a
the-
radio station for a channel?
It's only one station. That's it. And it has shows from like around 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard
There's only
Time.
one radio station.
One station. And
For what? For each artist? For each genre?
No, one station. That's it. But they have different shows throughout the day. From
Throughout the
11 p.m.
day.
to 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. They have different shows.
Okay.
One of them, for instance, is Dr. Dre, who obviously all of you guys out there probably already know. But he's the one that one of the owners and founders of Beats, which was bought by Apple late last year. So he does the pharmacy with Dr. Dre from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So like around dinner time, and it's just 2 hours of just nonstop music. And he's like talking like in between a few songs. There's no commercials, which is fun because screw the radio with commercials. That's so annoying. I'm so sick of
It is. It's the same thing with TV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Bye-bye.
have, I say I don't have a TV. The TV that's in the apartment is Tay's, and I will never really live with a TV.
Right.
Because
There's no reason to. I
there's
have
no
Netflix.
need to. I have a computer. I don't have to watch any commercials.
You know how
I don't
many-
have to look at any ads.
Yeah. You know how many TV shows over the last year, like few years, I've watched on just my phone in bed?
Right.
Like Netflix app in bed or something. So let's cap this segment out. But basically, Beats One Radio is very cool. Like I said, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. there's shows. Otherwise, it's just the radio, like nonstop, just cycles through songs. It shows you what the name of the song is, like it was on your iPod.
Yep.
Like it shows you the name of the artist and the song. And that's cool. And then so they have other radio stations too, though. But I'm just talking about Beats One Radio is the one radio station that they have actual like guest DJs, like Jaden
Okay,
Smith.
yeah.
Jaden Smith was the guest
garbage.
DJ. Oh yeah, he's a kid. He's still kind of a kid. I think he's like 18.
He's
I
such
feel
a
like he's
turd.
grown enough now that I can say
He's okay,
He's
guys.
garbage.
Stop hating on the kids that got famous when they're kids. Like, come on. Like, you don't have no idea what to do.
some of the stuff he has said.
He's a turd that thinks he's a philosopher, like saying some weird ass
Is
shit on Twitter.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's said some weird stuff. I get it. Okay, so what I'm saying is they have guest DJs. They've had other guest DJs too already. Like Apple is dumping money into this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they have an endless supply. It seems like. So.
Basically. Okay, so you were just saying about Apple has an unlimited supply of money. have you seen that new show called Mr. Robot?
No, I haven't, but I have like 2 other podcasts I listen to that won't shut up about it. But I don't have FX or Star.
It's on USA.
USA. See, I don't have cable, so
But you have the internet.
I have no excuses. But no, it's on my list. Like I literally have a list of shows I want to watch. But anyway,
so yes,
Mr. Robot.
why it connects, I would say, in my opinion, to Apple is because we'll rewind. His show is about this kid. I mean, he's about like 18, 20 years old, and he's a hacker. And I won't give too many details away about it, but it involves this huge company. It's a made-up name just for the show. But basically, they run the world, and it's basically like Microsoft or Apple or Coca-Cola or whatever that big company is, and it just intertwines it, and there's a lot of interesting aspects to it.
So is there AI in this show? Is it like a sci-fi show? Or is it just like he's an amazing hacker?
I would say it's a thriller, and I feel like it's going to turn into a psychological thriller.
Ooh.
Because there's drug use in it, and there's just this vibe that I get because he goes and talks to his counselor, and he says that he's like seen people before that aren't really there or something. I honestly forget the specifics of it, but I have this feeling that some of the people in the show are going to turn out to not be real, and it's going to get real crazy. So that's just a theory I got going. I don't know. I'm only 2 episodes in, and it's on the first season, obviously. Just started, and there's 4 episodes out as of last week. I'm sure there's 5 now, but I really can't wait to dive into this. It was so good that I started the first episode. A friend recommended it to me, and I finished the episode at like 2 or 3 a.m. But it was so good that I stayed up for a whole another hour till 3 or 4.
Damn. Where are you streaming at? I want to try to check this out.
You know, I just typed in stream Mr. Robot HD free.
Okay.
Honestly, you can stream. Yeah, like you just have.
I have a few sites I use, but I didn't know if
series-cravings.tv is what I usually use.
Yeah,
series-cravings.tv.
Just watch, you're gonna get arrested tomorrow.
Series-cravings.tv.
My IP address is.
Yeah. I'm on your IP right now. Okay,
but
so
yes, I would highly recommend it. I have extremely high standards for all movies and all television, and I would say I watch more movies than television because television is a huge time commitment. For a series, at least, that has a timeline to it. You can't just jump in and watch an episode. So the last show I finished that had a timeline was Breaking Bad, one of the best TV shows of all time.
You are not a TV,
and one of the only TV shows that I've actually fully watched from the series beginning to the series end.
Gotcha.
Because I'm so critical about all these TV shows that I'll just stop in the middle because it's not going in a direction that I find interesting or even well thought out.
Right.
I just finished season 3 of Orange is the New Black, and that was fun.
I still haven't finished it yet.
I don't know if I would say it was amazing, but it was fun. So
yeah.
Season 3 of that's and then True Detective is just horrible this season, which makes me super sad because True Detective last year was on HBO, was one of my favorite shows of last year. But anyway, let's wrap this bad boy up.
But before we do that,
But
before we do that, there's some beef that just happened. We gotta talk about this. We gotta dive in on this at least for a minute.
We'll be right back.
It's past Sean's bedtime by 5 minutes. It's 10:05. He's gotta go home. But let me find the link. Did you guys see the beef between Meek Mill and Drake?
No, I heard like somebody crying or something. I don't know.
Okay, Meek Mill basically said that, I'll quote on Twitter.
Oh wait,
stop comparing Drake to me. He don't write his own raps. That's why he ain't tweet my album because we found out. Then he gives the name of this ghostwriter. His name's Quentin Miller. I won't give all the details about this guy. He runs with Drake and his crew, but apparently he writes a good amount of Drake's lyrics. Allegedly. And then this is where everything starts going downhill, and then there's just Twitter everything. And the really funny tweet though is Drake's dad has a Twitter, and all he tweeted was "weak mill."
Oh my god.
But what do you guys think about this?
So Meek Mill, so I got Apple Music.
just dropped his album,
Right.
which was pretty good. Not as good as his first album, but it was alright. It's got some good tracks on it.
Right, I think it's okay. I mean, same day I downloaded Meek Mill's album on Apple Music for free, I downloaded Vince Staples' album, which is amazing, Summertime 06. So I just kind of like listened to a few songs of Meek Mill. Anyway, you can't just say that. Like, you can't just go out to the internets and be like, hey guys, guess what? Listen to this secret I know about this mega AAA like rap star. Like,
Right. I hadn't even heard about this, but I've always been a Drake fan. So what did has Drake?
yeah, what
come
was
back?
his response?
Did
Did
he
he
say
anything yet?
I mean,
or
I
what?
think he responded.
Yeah. I want to see what he said about it because he's pretty witty. Hopefully it's not his ghostwriter tweeting for him, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. Let's
So all of Drake's albums, I've listened to all of his albums at least a few times. They all have like a consistent theme,
Yeah.
consistent rhyming like patterns. So I don't see this. I don't really see like this holding any water. But
I've loved him since
Meek Mill just got out of prison, didn't he? Like,
jail. I don't think it was prison. But basically, I just looked. Drake has not actually responded to any of these claims.
Huh.
So
he's taking the higher road.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's for the best.
I mean, as soon as it's like all these beefs and people
There's
going
a
at each
lot of
other.
that going on right
if
now.
you just let it die down, it will get past. The second you respond, you just
Fire.
started a war. You
Yeah.
just started a war.
It's on BuzzFeed. Top 10 ghostwriters for Drake.
Speaking about some beef and Meek Mill and shit. Do you guys remember when Meek Mill made that rap talking shit about Kendrick Lamar
What?
back in the day? Yeah. Do you? Okay.
That was after Kendrick called.
It was a.
Was it before or after prison?
It's been.
No, this
I
was
don't-
about a year ago.
This
This
was
is
a while
when
ago.
that song that was going to be on Big Sean's album, but it wasn't
Control.
because of sample clearance. It didn't come out, and yeah, Kendrick had that verse that everyone
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it
Right.
was an oh
Meek
my
Mill-
god verse. It was one of the best verses I've ever heard. He just lit the whole rap scene on fire.
Right.
And Meek Mill, yes, he made.
He had a
diss track.
whole song about it. So I wonder if Drake's planning some shit to make a song to just fucking like trash him, like not like specifically like fuck you Meek on the beat or whatever, but like, you know, stealthily.
So when you
talk
said
some
there
shit.
was beef, I thought this would be more interesting because I don't really like Meek Mill, and I'm just gonna side with Drake because I do like more than a few of his songs. So.
See, I'm gonna say my thoughts on it. Drake most likely has help to write some of his material, but to the extent of that, I don't think anyone's really gonna know.
you
A
can
lot
look
of
at
rappers
liner
do.
notes and you can get like writer credits. They have to give writing credits to the
Yeah.
people that do write. Like it's
But-
part of like how that whole thing works.
But is Drake not talented because of this? No, not at all.
Right.
Drake is extremely talented. And you know what? If I was where he was at, and you know what? I had deadlines, and you know what? I was struggling for a day or whatever, I might call up my homeboy and be like, hey man, what rhymes with dicks? And he'll be like, sticks. And I'll be like, that's it.
No dick pics.
I like
And
to
I'll be
stick
like,
this dick on my butt. I don't know.
It's the hottest joke.
This is like the 5th dick joke.
Dude, there's
Dude,
so
you're
much
on
beef
it.
going on. There's beef between Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj right now. There's beef between Action Bronson and who else?
Fucking Ghostface Killer, I think.
Yeah.
Say he was
Yes.
gonna gut him like a pig. Like, whoa.
So weird. We're gonna see Action Bronson at Somerset, but I
Yeah.
don't really want to go see him because he was like had some really straight up misogynistic lyrics on his last album.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never really been able to get into his shit. Honestly, I've listened to a few of his albums, but it's just a little off for me. I'll see him just to say I've seen him, basically.
Will you comfort me in my time of need? Would you understand? Understand? Won't you understand? In my time of need, would you understand that I'm just having fun? That I'm just having fun with you. With you. With you. With you. Hold a hand, won't you hold my hand? In my time of need, would you understand? Understand, won't you understand? In
Alright, thank you for listening to episode 10 of the EZPZ podcast. Nick and I will be at Adventureland this Saturday. Super excited. If you do see us, come up and just yell EZPZ in my ear, blow out my eardrum.
Throw a lemon in my fucking face.
Yeah, because there's like lemonades there with actual lemons. You can throw it in my face.
Okay, did you guys actually, there was, speaking of rides, it was in Urbandale, that little carnival thing over 4th of July.
Oh, I heard about it.
Okay, I went to that, which is not my choice at all. I hate going to the Johnston Urbandale area because it's just kids I've recognized from high school that are just total losers that I never want to like just be around. And it's just that crowd, and I hate doing anything in like suburb areas. Just, I don't know, it's just a bunch of white people, middle age, drinking Bud Lights. Not my thing. Anywho, so there's a bunch of rides, and I went with Ian and some of Ian's friends. That's why we went, is because his friends were going. And of course, we're getting sloshed. It's 4th of July. Like, what else are you going to do? And Ian and I both have very bad anxiety, especially when it comes to heights, and we're terrible on rides. So as soon as we get in, they got the carousel, they got like the Ferris wheel, and then they have this like death machine. I think it's called like a zipper. You know what I'm talking about? It spins around, and while it's spinning around, you're basically going upside down.
Oh, okay.
So you're like, it's going like that.
It's like a corkscrew.
For our listeners, I'm basically using my arm to show, so sorry. But
I'm thinking of like that thing that they train you for when you're going into space where it's like spinning and
Zero
turning.
gravity.
yeah, basically imagine that because it fucking felt like that. So as soon as we see this ride, we look at each other and it was just like, dude, we should totally do this right now. This would be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. How much is it? Only costs $5, so like whatever. I mean, that's kind of pricey, but whatever. And we wait in line, and as soon as we get in line, it's weird how it works because we both have about the same anxiety, and it all relates to the same things. So as soon as we get in line, I immediately start having a panic attack. I'm like, I'm gonna die in this ride, and I was looking at Ian, and he's like, just shut up. Like, I'm having a panic attack too. So like, I'm like, okay, I just need to go to the bathroom, and I need to pee, I need to poop, I need to get all these fluids out of me, because I am scared shitless to go on this little kids ride. I mean, there's little kids everywhere, just like, oh, mommy, daddy, let me ride that, and I'm just over here like having a terrible time.
Oh my god.
So as soon as we get locked in, it was instant regret.
Instant dread.
Instant regret. You're in this cage and it spins around. And basically, the whole time, I was dead silent. I was having no fun.
Oh my god.
Did you puke on yourself?
No, I was just sitting there, like, make it stop, and have my eyes closed the whole time. And just Ian, when he gets scared or like he's on a ride, he'll just say every curse word he knows as loud as he can, and he was like, make it stop, fuck, shit, piss. He was like the Tourette's guy basically on this ride. And yeah, it was just a terrible experience. 0 out of 10, would not do it again.
0 out
but
of 10.
I drank afterwards and felt great. But seriously, my anxiety, as soon as I got
The
off that ride,
listeners probably think you're like an alcoholic.
okay. Just because I drink on 4th of July does not mean I'm alcoholic. But yeah, basically we got off, and my anxiety was gone, his was gone. I mean, we shot it out basically on the ride.
Shot it out.
And then we just drank some more and had a good time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, basically, I'm excited to go to Adventureland. I try to go at least once every year.
Are you a roller coaster?
Oh, I'll do it all.
I'll do it
but
all.
I don't. What I will not do at Adventureland is the line. If there's a big line, you will not see me in line because I'm not about to sit there and spend a good half an hour when I'm only going to be there for 4 to 6 hours already, like for one ride, a 2-minute roller coaster ride. So we try getting there early, sneak in some booze. No, but yeah.
Have you guys ever been to Worlds of Fun?
No, see that
because I would say it's the closest big.
I actually just got invited to go to Worlds of Fun this Saturday, but with like some work friends. But I'm already going to.
I've been there like 3 times, and I hate roller coasters solely because the Patriot at Worlds of Fun.
Yeah.
The one where you're dangling. Okay. Basically, the rail is above you and you're dangling.
Yeah.
And when you're going up, I mean, there's stairs underneath you, but then obviously it drops off and you go down. And this is like second or third time going on this, and like half the people are off, and I'm towards the back, so there's stairs underneath me, and the whole ride just shuts down. And we're dangling.
While you're upside down?
Not while we're about to go off.
Yeah.
So like half the kids are like dangling off, about to go down, and like half of us are still going up, and we're just dangling. And it was a good 30 minutes before we actually got off.
Dangled upside down? Some people were.
No,
like, hey.
nobody's dangling upside down.
Oh.
We're
Everyone's
just dangling.
hanging.
Our feet are
Draw me
dangling.
a picture. I'm a visual person.
But
And
really,
it is
I'm already-
10:15 p.m. Like,
It's 15 minutes past your bedtime. I'm sorry, but yeah, basically, I was already afraid of heights. I was already kind of afraid of roller coasters, and I just locked in all my fears.
yeah, holy shit.
All that
Like,
anxiety.
are you a roller coaster guy, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Or-
Oh,
okay, good,
for
cool.
sure.
You and I will be on the coaster together.
I figured we'd probably go off on our own a couple times, and
Yeah,
the ladies probably won't want
I don't. Lydia is down for it, but she's just not down for the line.
Sean-
Like to another level. Like
Yeah.
Especially when it's hot and humid out.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
God.
So Adventureland definitely worth it going there once the summer, I'd say. And I got a ticket for $20, so that's worth it. With that water park, that's gonna be fun.
can't be.
One year, someone I knew actually gave me a year-long pass to Adventureland. It
Whoa!
was
For
awesome.
like Christmas or something.
I forget what
Oh,
event it was for,
yeah.
but it was me and my girlfriend at the time, and we got him. And that's really the only time I've ever gone to Adventureland, because I mean I got my money's worth. And they do have that pool area too.
Yeah, the
wave
water
pool,
park, yeah.
all that stuff.
Dude, that's awesome. They have this awesome bar in the middle of the water.
Yes.
You can just like go up and get some margarita.
Except it's connected to the kiddie area, and I hate going in
Yeah.
a large kids pool because I don't know, that
Pee.
water looks a little murky.
And the beans.
Right now, that's the way I was before. But I can't recall how I was those days anymore. I'm learning how to be here and nowhere else. How to focus on what I can do myself. I'm not telling you all I'm going through. I'm not telling you all I'm going through. Not telling you all I'm going through. I feel fine. I'm not telling you all I'm going through. Not telling you all I'm going through. Not telling you all I'm going through. I feel fine. And leaving all the memory of what we did when we were young. And now you could just leave me on my own. I'm moving toward a new idea. You're not what I really needed. Now you could just leave me on my own. But I'm not you. You're part of me. You're part of me. I'm not you. You're part of me. You're part of me. I'm not you. You're part of me. You're part of me. I'm not you. You're part of me. You're part of me. It's over now.
All right, thank you for listening to the EZPZ podcast. This is
At
episode.
the Easy Peasy Podcast.
No.
At the Easy Peasy Podcast.
No.
At the Easy
What are
Peasy
you doing?
Podcast.
What are you doing to me? I'm about to call some people out. Send us your letters. Respond to anything that we spoke about. You know, give us some hate mail. Give us some love mail. Let's talk about Nintendo together. I'm collecting those amiibos, you know. You can hit up the podcast at theeasypeasypodcast@gmail.com. Send us all your letters. You can also hit us up on Instagram, which Nick runs at the Easy Peasy, and Twitter is also at the Easy Peasy.
At
Not
the
hard.
Easy Peasy.
Pretty easy. Would you say
At the Easy Peasy.
Would you say it's easy?
At the Easy Peasy, it's pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, for sure. You can
Right.
find me at Shaun S. Johnson on Twitter and on Instagram. Where can they find you, Nick?
You can find me on Facebook at Nick Gandy Art and also Instagram at BazookaXNick. And like Sean said, I'm also running the Insta for the Easy Peasy, so hit me up, comment, like, share, all that shit.
Yeah, so I'm going to call some people out right now. Greg, Kyle, Brandon, Shelby, Chrissy, our 5 listeners, and
5 listeners, hey guys.
anybody else out there. Send us your letters, talk to us, let's get this conversation going.
Tell your friends.
Hop on the website, listen to the episode on the website, theeasypeasy.com. Anyway, where can they find you, Dan?
Find me at the Easy Peasy.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. No,
That's not your line.
it's not my line.
Cut.
Find me at the Easy Peasy, at the Easy Peasy, at the Easy Peasy, at Gmail. No.
Why are you
Find
doing
me-
this?
Okay, guys.
We gotta wrap our show as much as possible. At
Real
every
quick,
moment
since you
possible.
want to like start blabbering
At
on
every moment
right here.
possible.
No, I just want people to know where they can hit us up so that we can have a conversation. Anyway, we are going to be recording our next episode, episode 11, here in the near future. So send those letters in to where, Dan?
at the EZPZ.
Wait,
on Twitter and Instagram.
Does everybody know this is called the Easy Peasy Podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you have to go to the EZPZ to figure out. I don't know. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. of
You're
these
not
things.
tired.
I really am.
You look tired. You look like
I'm
a little
only
bitch.
tired at the
But where
EZPZ
can they
though.
find you on the internet? Is there a place they can find you?
I mean, you can find pictures of me at the EZPZ, but I'll never be at the EZPZ online because I'm at and in the real world.
I'm gonna
And
kill
that's where
you.
can find me at. Find me
In the real world, stealth mode Dan.
Damn.
At
Batter
the
up,
EZPZ.
batter up, batter up, batter up.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?